What's up, guys? This is Mike from the MVP Discord, PDGA 195000, and today we're going to do an in the bag.
Starting out with putters, I really enjoy throwing mids and putters, so most of my bag is made up of them. So right now, I'm bagging quite a few putters. So starting out with putting putters, I'm rocking the Simons. These soft pixels are money. I've replaced the Wizard in my bag with these because they still have a little bit of that finish at the end, but they're effortless glides, so that's definitely a plus for my game. I had bag a L2 glitch from this year's Gyropalooza box, just the floaty get out of jail free card. And then tried and trusty, my Watt. This thing has been a battling throwing putter for quite some time. Actually, right when they dropped, I bought it, I think. And I kind of didn't throw it for anything other than approaches until recently, now that there's a better stock out there. So I don't have to worry about replacing it if I ever do lose it. The Ohm in Proton Soft. This is the best throwing putter I've ever thrown in my life. Electron, 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 electron. I know you're listening. This disc needs an electron run. New to the bag, I just picked up this R2 Nomad. Was pretty cheap, and I just wanted something with a little bit more bite than the Ohm just to play around with. So haven't really thrown it much. I got this kind of close to when I got my shoulder injury, so time will tell to see if it stays in the bag. And then my overstable putter, the Tempo. This thing is great for me for forehand flicks and anything that I need a little bit more extra bite on. I used to bag an Envy, but I just for me it fits the slot a little bit better because it feels more comfortable for my forehand. So that's the only reason why the Envy is out of the bag right now. So moving right along to mid ranges. My understable mid range, it's the Uplink. I got this as well in the gyro box this year, so it was good to me. Um, Lost my previous one to leaves at a course here, so this is definitely my get out of jail free card for forehand. If I need to have a backhand hyzer route that I can't throw backhand, I'll just whip this thing and it does crazy things in the sky. I love that disc. Currently, I'm bagging two detours. This guy is 170. This is 178. So to me, they fly different. This is more of a flip over disc, and this guy is still pretty flippy, but it definitely has a lot more finish than this one does. So they fit two different bills for me. Might even kick the hex out of the bag. I don't know yet. Speaking of the hex, this is my longest running MVP disc I have. This has been in the bag for a really long time. Shout out to Rush, best band in the world. Um, it's getting to the point where it's starting to overlap with the detours, so I might put this one up on the wall and get myself a fresh one. Or I love mid ranges, so I'll play around with it. Maybe I'll get like a reactor or something just to play. Two pyros in the bag as well. One from TK Disc Golf. Shout out to my homie. This thing is sweet. This is definitely one of my favorite discs that I've had so far. It's just usable beef, and if you crank on this flat, it goes forever. I'm very excited to play with this one in the future. And then Prism Neutron. This one is a little bit more dumpy. So this is like my forehand overstable mid range. Moving on to fairways. I'm a rhythm guy. This is the best. I don't throw a disc in my bag better than I do this disc. It's just money for me. So I bag it in Fission, and then I have two neutrons. This guy is a little bit more of a, I guess, to the numbers rhythm. And this guy is one of the flat top ones that are very overstable for a rhythm. So I like being able to have the same mold in three different flight characteristics. So then for distance drivers, kind of haven't really found my distance driver of choice yet. Um, I top out at around 400 feet in the open field. So anything over a 9 speed to me isn't really getting me much distance. So I only have two that are higher in my bag. But for 9 speeds, I have this Fission Insanity. This has been in the bag for quite some time, so it's pretty straight for all intents and purposes. Doesn't really have any sort of fade on it, just flips and goes to whatever location it's going to go to. Got this Cosmic Neutron Insanity for my guy on a course that saw me throwing gyro and he didn't want it, so I have only thrown it like 3 times, so I don't really know where it's going to fit in this year. This Proton Inertia is definitely the furthest disc in my bag, at least for predictable flights. I can get a little bit more distance out of the wave, but it's just kind of all over the place for me. This one is just pipe it on a little bit of hyzer, and it flips and rides forever. And then I have 2 Teslas. I finally found a Fission Tesla that isn't super beefy and actually has grip to it. And then this Proton one is pretty sweet that I got from one of the guys in the Discord channel. Then rounding out the 9 speeds, I have this Fission Fireball, which is just, for me, it's more of a utility disc. With my Teslas, with my arm speed, I don't really need much more overstability, but if I do, I'm throwing this bad boy. And then 2 11 speeds that I just put in very recently. The Wave from this year's gyro box and a Fission Photon. This Photon in particular has been my longest flying disc ever. I think I threw this about 425 in a field. So I know that I can get there with these discs. I just need to work on form and work on angles. It was a little bit of a baby flex shot. So definitely not full distance potential, but we'll see. Maybe it will work itself in. And then I carry the Squatch Legend 3.0 bag. The guys at Squatch are great. I had a 2.0 previously that had a zipper failure, and they just warranted me up to the newest bag, which is, I mean, A+ quality service if you ask me. Always have to have your dinosaur mitten bag, your Yuli rangefinder without a cap on it because it exploded somewhere. And then my buddy AJ got me this mini. It's from Treasures of the Forest. Simon did a vlog with him, and I mean, hats off to the dude. He makes some really cool artwork. It's just, he finds these little pieces of wood in the courses that he plays and goes home and spins them up on a lathe and puts some cool designs together. So I will definitely put him in the link below so that you guys can check it out. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to use, at least for the time before the baby is here. I probably will have an empty bag at that point, but oh well. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Maybe I'll put a dog of the day in to save the end of the video, because I'm probably not going to film an intro or an outro yet, because I still don't know if I'm doing what I'm doing. If I still know what I'm doing. Who knows? Peace.
Sit pretty. Sit pretty. Loon.